He walked onto the stage as senator, but he was dragged off it. A spectacle leaving a nation to devour the pieces of his public unraveling. Senator J.D. Vance, Ohio's tough-talking Trump loyalist, stormed onto The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night, only to get booted off the set after a brutal clash that turned the studio into a shouting pit and left the internet on fire. What started as a hyped-up interview spiraled into a no-holds-barred slugfest, with Colbert's biting sarcasm and Vance's fierce defiance exploding into chaos that ended with a walk-off nobody expected. Before we dive in, tell me where you're watching from in the comments, and smash that subscribe button for more unfiltered stories like this. Vance rolled in hot, chest out, the former Marine turned senator, ready to flex his working-class cred and Trump-backed muscle. He'd been riding high off his hillbilly elegy fame and a Senate gig that's made him a darling of the heartland. A guy who's turned dirt roads into political gold. Colbert, perched behind his desk, wasn't there to play fanboy. The host came out swinging, his grin sharp as a blade. "J.D., welcome. Good to have you," he said, pausing for the crowd's cheers. "So, you're here to preach the gospel of Trump, or just hawk your book again?" The dig landed hard. A sucker punch wrapped in velvet, and the audience split fast. Some laughing, others shifting in their seats. Vance didn't blink. Leaning into the mic, he said, "I'm here to talk reality, Stephen, not peddle your snarky little narrative." His voice carried that gravelly edge, the kind that's won him rallies, and the room buzzed as the first sparks flew. Insiders say producers felt it instantly, the air thickening, the segment teetering on a razor's edge. Colbert, never one to back off, pulled up a clip. Vance at a podium, sweat on his brow, railing against coastal elites, praising Trump's iron grip on power. The screen flickered, Vance's words booming. "We're taking this country back from the suits who forgot us." The crowd watched, some nodding, others smirking as Colbert cut in. "Taking it back, or selling it out, J.D.? That's a hell of a sermon from a guy who's cozy with millionaires now." His tone dripped acid, and Vance fired back quick and hard. "I've earned every inch, Stephen. You wouldn't last a day where I'm from." The rebuttal drew cheers from one side, boos from the other, a fault line cracking through the studio. Sources say the control room tensed, headsets alive with murmurs. "He's not folding. This could blow." The clash wasn't just politics, it was personal from the jump. Vance leaned forward, eyes locked on Colbert. "You sit there mocking people you'll never understand. I've lived their fight." His words hit like a hammer, raw, unpolished. The host didn't flinch. "Lived? It looks like you left it behind for a Senate seat and a private jet, pal." The jab was surgical, aimed at Vance's climb from Rust Belt roots to power, and the crowd erupted. Some shouting support, others jeering, phones already out filming the storm brewing. What made it electric wasn't just the barbs, it was the stakes. Two guys from opposite worlds slugging it out on live TV. No script to save them. Vance's jaw tightened. "You're a clown with a paycheck, Stephen. I'm in the trenches." Colbert grinned wider, smelling blood. "Trenches? You're in Trump's penthouse now, J.D. Spare me the grit act." The room pulsed, the divide growing, some chanting Vance's name, others laughing as the host twisted the knife. Producers watched, hands hovering over controls, knowing this was no ordinary night. The fuse was already lit. The real fire was just seconds away. The fuse lit in the opening round on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night was now a live wire, crackling as Senator J.D. Vance, Ohio's scrappy Trump wingman, traded blows with the host in a brawl that turned the studio into a pressure cooker. The air was thick, the crowd split, and producers braced as the showdown veered into savage territory. Colbert, still grinning, wasn't letting Vance's trench talk slide. "Penthouse grit, huh? Let's see that rugged soul," he said, his voice mocking as he rolled a clip. Vance at a glitzy Trump fundraiser, all smiles with suited donors clinking glasses. The screen glowed, Vance's voice praising Trump. "He's the fighter we need." The audience reacted fast, some chuckling at the contrast, others murmuring as Vance's face turned to stone. "That's loyalty, Stephen. Something you'd never grasp." He shot back, his tone biting. "You bend for applause. I stand for something." Cheers clashed with boos. The room a tangle of noise, and Colbert pounced. "Stand. You're kneeling for Trump's cash, J.D. That's no hillbilly hero." The jab was ruthless, and Vance's eyes narrowed. "I'm not your prop, Stephen. I fight for people you sneer at." His voice rose, steady but edged, drawing roars from his corner while others jeered. The divide sharpening. Insiders say the control room buzzed. "He's pushing back hard. This is live ammo." What turned it brutal wasn't just the words. It was the venom behind them. Colbert leaned in. "Fight! You're a lapdog now, J.D. Barking for billionaires." His voice was cold, slicing as he waved at the clip, still lingering on screen. Vance didn't budge. "Lapdog? I'm the one with teeth, Stephen. You're the pet here. Corporate leash and all." His counter landed heavy, the desk between them a battle line, and the crowd lost it. Some were standing, shouting, "Get him, J.D." While others yelled, "Shut him up." Phones flashed, posts hit X, racking up thousands of likes. Vance is swinging. The chaos swelled, producers whispering, "It's off the rails." Their hands twitched toward the kill switch. The heat spiked when Vance doubled down. "You don't know my world, Stephen. I've bled for it. You've just cashed checks." His tone was raw, a gut punch. Colbert fired back. "Bled? You're bleeding green now, J.D. Those roots are a prop." The host's grin widened, taunting, and the audience surged, some chanting, "Burn him." Others clapping for Vance. As the clash turned primal, sources say Vance's hands gripped the chair, his knuckles white. "I'm not here to play your game, Stephen. I'll break it." His threat hung heavy. Colbert laughed. "Break it? You're cracking, J.D. Look at you shake," he pointed. Vance's frame was tense, trembling, and the crowd roared, some rushing the stage edge, others filming as the energy spiked. The breaking point loomed, producers signaling, "Cut to break." But Vance bellowed over them. "I'm not done. You don't silence me." His voice thundered, ragged, and insiders noted Colbert's eyes glinted. He was loving it, feeding off the chaos while security hovered. The real blowout was brewing. The night was a runaway train, no brakes, just two men locked in a fight that was personal, political, and pure adrenaline. The studio was a powder keg ready to blow. The runaway train of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night smashed through all guardrails as Senator J.D. Vance, Ohio's Trump-forged brawler, faced off against the host in a clash that erupted into pure mayhem. The studio was a furnace, the crowd a mob, and the air crackled with every word as Vance's roar of defiance collided with Colbert's merciless taunts, driving the night into a meltdown nobody could stop. Colbert, eyes sharp, seized on Vance's trembling frame. "Cracking already, J.D.? That hillbilly steel's looking brittle." His voice was a blade as he flashed a mock graphic. Vance's face plastered with Trump's gold logo spinning behind him. The crowd split hard, some laughing, others booing while Vance's glare burned. "Brittle? I'm forged in fire, Stephen. You're just hot air." His retort was loud, ragged, and the room ignited, cheers slamming against jeers as producers watched, hands waving. He's not backing down. The live feed was trembling with the chaos. The madness peaked when Colbert doubled down. "Forged? You're a Trump puppet, J.D., strings and all." His tone was icy, cutting as he pointed at the graphics still mocking Vance on screen. The senator slammed the desk, the thud echoing. "Puppet? I'm my own man, Stephen. You're the one dancing for ratings." His voice shook, fists clenched, and the audience erupted, some chanting, "J.D.'s real." Others screaming, "Sit down." Phones glowed, clips hitting X. One post exploded. "Huh. Vance just broke the desk," trending fast as the fight turned feral. What made it a wildfire wasn't just the insults. It was Vance's unraveling. Insiders say he loomed over the desk. "You don't get it, Stephen. I fought for everything. You've earned nothing." His words cracked, raw. Colbert pounced. "Fought? You're fighting yourself now, J.D. Falling apart live." The taunt was vicious, and the crowd surged, some edging the stage, others shouting, "End him," as Vance roared back. "I'll end you, you smug fraud." His threat was wild, unhinged, the energy feeding the frenzy. Sources report producers signaled security. "He's losing it. Move in." But Vance kept swinging. "You're a joke, Stephen. I'll tear this whole sham down." His voice boomed, breaking. Colbert stood. "Tear it down. You're crumbling, J.D. Get out." The host's command was sharp, final, and the crowd went berserk. Some chanting, "Kick him out." Others yelling, "Let him fight." Vance ripped off his mic. "I'm not your clown. You're finished." He hurled it at the desk, the crash ringing out, and security lunged, grabbing his arms as he thrashed. "Get off me. I'll walk." His fury was primal, the chaos hitting a fever pitch. The studio was a riot. Cups flying, phones filming, posts flooding X with #VanceMeltdown, trending clips of the mic toss looping wildly. Insiders say Colbert waved at the crowd. "Show's over, folks. He's done." His quip was cold, victorious, drawing roars of laughter as Vance's figure fought toward the wings, security dragging him back, the kick-out seconds from sealing the night's insanity. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night turned into a raw, untamed spectacle as Senator J.D. Vance, Ohio's Trump-bred fighter, was dragged off the set in a whirlwind of rage after a brutal clash with the host that left the studio in shambles and the nation glued to the wreckage. Vance's mic crashed against the desk, his voice roaring, "Get off me! I'll walk!" As security gripped his arms, pulling him back while he thrashed, his shoes scraping the floor. Colbert stood tall. "You're done, J.D. Hit the road." His command was icy, triumphant, slicing through the chaos. The crowd exploded, some cheering. "Boot him!" Others shouting, "Let him stay!" as Vance snarled. "You're a coward, Stephen," hiding behind muscle. His words faded, wild and weak, while security hauled him toward the wings, his silhouette shrinking under the stage lights. Insiders say the audience went feral. Some leaped from seats, phones flashing, filming the senator's retreat. Others pounded armrests chanting, "Trump's man down," while a few yelled, "Stand tough, J.D." The room was a storm of noise, debris littering the floor. Producers were frozen, one muttering, "He's out," as the live feed caught Vance vanishing. Colbert waved, "There goes the tough guy, folks. Show's over." His quip, sharp and mocking, drew roaring laughter. Some fans rushed the stage edge, others streaming the chaos live. X-posts surged with #HardVanceToss, trending clips of his thrashing exit, racking up millions of views. What made the moment seismic wasn't just the kick-out. It was Vance's collapse under pressure. Sources say his defiance shattered. "I'll come back. You'll see." His voice trailed, ragged as security shoved him through the curtain, his sweat-soaked shirt clinging to his frame. Colbert sat, grinning. "Come back? You're done tonight, J.D." His parting shot was brutal. The crowd was splitting wider, cheers clashing with boos. Phones capturing every angle, posts flooded X, reading Colbert buried him, exploding with shares. Another looping the mic toss was captioned, "Hillbilly Meltdown," going viral fast. Insiders say producers were split, some high-fiving ratings gold, others whispering, "This could bite us." The raw edge was too jagged to spin. The aftermath hit like a shockwave. Vance's team vanished backstage. Sources hinted he raged in a green room. "They'll pay for this," his voice shaking, aides hustling him out a side exit to dodge cameras. His tough guy armor cracked wide open. Meanwhile, Colbert basked in the win. "That's how you handle a senator," he quipped to the still buzzing crowd, some climbing seats, others filming as security cleared the set. The night's end burned online, posts splitting the story. Vance crushed versus Colbert's dirty. The clash was trending everywhere. Analysts noted the host played it cold, baiting Vance into a spiral. His victory was locked in the viral storm. The fallout was already brewing. Vance's image rocked, Colbert's crown shining, the nation picking sides in a fight that felt bigger than one night. The ripples were just starting to spread. The fallout from Senator J.D. Vance's wild ejection from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night crashed across the nation like a tidal wave, turning a live TV brawl into a full-blown obsession that's left Vance scrambling and Colbert riding high. The Ohio senator's clash with the host, ending in his mic-tossing, security-dragged exit, lit up screens and streets, reshaping his gritty image and rewriting late-night rules in real time. Sources say what started as Vance flexing his Trump-fueled cred crumbled into a public shredding. The aftermath still blazing. Vance stumbled backstage, fury boiling. "They'll regret this." His voice was raw as aides shoved him past a swarm of press. His shirt soaked, his glare unsteady. X erupted fast. His late-night tweet, "I fight on. They can't break me," pulled huge likes, but was drowned in replies. #YouBrokeJD trended with clips of his thrashing exit looping endlessly, millions watching his fists clench in defeat. Posts piled up, hillbilly hero flops, with memes of his mic toss flooding feeds. His base rallied, "He's real." Rigged it, but the tide slammed harder. His armor was split wide. Colbert's camp crowed victory. Insiders say the host kicked off his next show with, "We had a senator. He brought fire. I brought the axe." His quip was smug, the crowd roaring. Ratings spiked huge. Viewers were hooked on the carnage. Sources hint he's buzzing. "JD thought he'd outtalk me. I outplayed him." His team is eyeing bolder moves, analysts noting he owned the night clean. Some whisper he's a target now. The win sharp but risky. His throne gleaming in the chaos. The internet fractured like glass. Vance's fans were screaming, "Ambushed. He's gold." One post racking up shares while haters chanted, "Trump's dog down." Another viral hit. Debates raged hot. Hashtag too far trended as clips of his meltdown got carved up. Pundits weighed in. Colbert baited him perfect, one said. Vance's Senate cred is bruised, another added. Trump's crew is buzzing. His comeback talk is spiking. Sources say he's holed up plotting, his silence loud. The sting sticking deep. The ripples shook everything. Late night is rattled, experts calling it a shift. Colbert broke the mold, or torched it. One-noted networks are scrambling, weighing big guests versus tighter reins, risking flops if they miss. Meanwhile, viewers split, half cheering he crushed a senator, and half growling, too brutal. The clash cemented itself, Vance's fall, Colbert's rise, etched in viral fire, a marker for what's next. The story's alive. Vance's rebound. Colbert's next swing primed to ignite. This isn't over. It's a fuse still burning. A lesson for our times. This explosive encounter serves as a powerful lesson in the modern age of media. In the high-stakes arena of public discourse, passion can be a weapon, but composure is the shield. Once that shield shatters, the narrative is no longer yours to control. It belongs to the crowd, the clips, and the chaos that follows. The line between being a fighter for a cause and becoming the spectacle itself has never been thinner. What are your thoughts on this showdown? Did Colbert go too far, or did Vance get what he deserved? Drop a comment below to let us know where you stand. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories that break the mold. The next storm is coming fast. End of script. What are your thoughts on this explosive showdown? Did Stephen Colbert go too far, or did J.D. Vance get what he deserved? Drop a comment below to let us know where you stand. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories that break the mold. The next storm is coming fast.